The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Wanna welcome everybody, yeah, we gotta get it hype. Hey, every week talking wrestling, we get into it. Current events, even guests that we're interviewing. Hosted by Chris, Kid USA, and Nappy Boy. Shout out to Ziggy, put the smack down, you can't ignore. The best you gon' find anywhere online. Tell the competition they about to get clothesline. Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Let's go.
Let's try this again. Welcome to the Hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host. Well, one of the hosts, Mr. Team Brady. How you guys doing? I'm Mr. I don't give a fuck right now. So yeah, it's just tune this out of the way. Ziggy, are you there?
What's good, big dog? How y'all doing, everyone in Hill Nation? It is the Babyface on the Hill show, Ziggy the Beast.
Yes, everyone, thank you so much for coming through, Ziggy, even though you are part of the staff on Hashtag Heels for Life, but I know you've been going through a lot of you've been busy for a while, you know, so I get you.
It's gonna all make sense.
Most definitely. But yes, everybody, welcome back to the show. I had some slight technical difficulties. I did not put down my mic, and that's why you guys did not hear me the first time, but that's cool. Everything happens for a reason. But before we start, I need you guys to do the following. I need you to give a thumbs up to this video, and I need you to comment. Then I need you to subscribe to this video. And then I need you to hit that notification bell where you can get rumors and news for Hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast.
Man, why is that cursor moving so slow? Kid, next time when Chris pulls that video up, move the cursor faster.
No, that's actually it does justice for me, because then I can tell them, hey, hit a comment, keep talking until it goes to the next one. So everyone, the story for today on Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers that's out there. This is really, really kind of crazy, because we have been talking about this particular story for the longest as far as Roman Reigns' retirement. If and when he does retire, he announced or more so a teaser, a trailer, that he's going to be retiring pretty soon. We don't know when, we don't know where he's going to retire, but yes, this is definitely in his future. So we are going to get some of you guys on here in a minute, but you know, me and Ziggy, we're going to give you guys a little timeline of Roman Reigns' rise in the WWE, so we can like pretty much put together of what's going on in the WWE's head. Now, this is all speculation, this is all rumors, but yes, the rumors have been fueled due to what Roman Reigns said last night at the house show. So let's kind of go. Fuck! I'm sorry. My goodness gracious. Okay, so let's kind of go back to when Roman Reigns joined the Shield. Reigns.
2012.
Was it?
I think 2012. Yes, I think.
Okay.
I'm sure. If I'm correct in the comments, let me know. Okay. Actually, it was.
Yeah. So first he joined the Shield. He was basically the muscle. He really didn't do a whole bunch of promos, whatever. He started to stand out on his own, you know what I'm saying? You know, even as being the muscle, he didn't really say anything. He just looked in the camera and said, well, okay, we're going to beat the living shit out of you, and so forth, so forth. So then that's when Seth Rollins attacked the Shield.
Correct.
and then that's when Roman start to ease his way
actually
away
not actually but just interjecting a little bit before that. Remember when he was fighting CM Punk? He was kind of standing out a little bit then, because remember CM Punk had like a promo or something that I can't remember exactly what
when he called out Roman Reigns,
and he was saying like Roman, yeah.
Okay.
And you can kind of tell, like, okay, that's the guy out of the group.
Okay. And the crazy thing was that the face in the group we actually thought was Dean Ambrose.
He was a leader, apparently, at first.
Yeah, at first we actually called him the Joker.
Correct.
That was the crazy part. But then it's like Dean Ambrose started to fade away in the background, and the people that really stood out was Seth.
That's right.
And Roman Reigns. Like one that doesn't even talk was standing out, and Dean Ambrose just faded away in the background.
What's good, KPG on YouTube?
KP, what's going on?
Punk said Roman was basically the leader. Yeah, so they already was kind of setting those little tidbits right there.
So basically, they were setting the seeds. So somewhere down the line, when he started winning, major titles, the tag team title, the Intercontinental title, the Universal Championship, the WWE Championship, I think Vince said, okay, well, I think this is going to be our guy moving forward. So when Seth decided to go on his own, when Dean Ambrose went on his own, then they started really focusing everything on Roman. Roman has he has main evented WrestleManias, but the problem is that his promos, if you did see the Stonewall interview that I did last night, he was kind of
very good, by the way.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Very good, by the way.
He was really touching up on, like, there's a lot of material that your company will give you, and it's up to you and your opponent to come up with whatever type of ending or what the finish is going to be, what moves you guys going to do. It's basically dealing with creativity. What the issue is that when Roman was when he was working with Vince McMahon gave him some material that really did not work in his favor. He gave him a Bugs Bunny and Tweety show type of scripts, Suffering and Succotash,
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, that type of kiddie shit, and it did not work in Roman's favor at all. Roman tried to do the best he could. He was forgetting his lines.
No, that was Vince's fault. They didn't put him in the best spot. But Roman caught the brunt of that. But
and then he got burned by John Cena at one point, and that didn't even do wonders for his career at all. You could tell that Roman was very uneasy on the mic. You can tell that this wasn't him. Now, going back to his indie or his black and gold days, when he was starting out, he did one promo that really stood out to me, and that was the heel promo. That was the tribal chief type of snob character that he
was already in him this whole time.
This whole entire time. And I remember me, you, and Kid and Nappy, we were talking about that promo on one of our episodes, that Roman had it in him the whole entire time, but the WWE was so focused on him being another John Cena that it just didn't work out. And like
just let him be himself.
Yeah, that's basically how a lot of these wrestlers, past, present, and future, work out, by just being themselves. Rip up the script and just let them be themselves. So then down the line, Roman started to main event, WrestleManias, and then COVID hits. So Roman had to mainly take off. Like, there was one WrestleMania that he couldn't even attend to because, COVID. Then leukemia came out. He was away from the WWE for a little bit. Then he started flirting with Hollywood. So all of this shit that leading up to the Tribal Chief and the Universal Championship. So now it's a question of, what are we going to do now? A lot of speculation is going around everybody. A lot of, rumors that's flown around. I can't believe it's flown around on Mother's Day, but whatever. So now we're at the point of like, what happens now? What's going on now? And we're going to try to piece together all of the information, past, present, and currently the future. What's
And I got a
what
question for you.
do?
Like, what is your, like, as of 5/8/2022? What is your perception of Roman Reigns like right now? Like what? How are you feeling about Roman Reigns? Do you enjoy watching him on TV? Does he have go away heat? Do you not care for him that much? Just kind of like whatever. Like, how do you feel about Roman Reigns right now?
I mean,
if you were to leave.
I mean, that's a good question. Right now, like, Roman Reigns is on top of his game, but then as you like what we talked about last night on the interview, Roman is built to look strong.
Correct.
Doesn't matter what situation he's in, he's built to look strong. Everything is predetermined. This has been predetermined for years. For years, that Roman was going to be the next face of the company. I get that part. This is the best work that he has done in years. And all it took for him to be himself, to go back to that promo that we seen in the black and gold promo that we've seen. It was there all this time, and I said that Roman needs to rip up that script and he needs to be himself. But I think the problem is that they wait a little bit too late. I think
that's what I was getting at. Because remember when I think it was a Royal Rumble, when everyone was kind of high on him, and they ended up going another route. I couldn't remember who won that Royal Rumble at that time. They took note of it, and then they said, okay, we'll wait until the next Royal Rumble. But at that point, everybody was kind of like, we want Daniel Bryan now. They're like, no, y'all wanted Roman Reigns last year. No, give us, it's kind of like a little bit too little too late. So it took a long time for them
with the Daniel Bryan, not to cut you off, but with the Daniel Bryan situation, I think it came in at the right time, but the wrong year. If that makes sense. I just think that.
Thank you, Batista. It was
that part. Yeah, Blue Tista. The one with the tight ass pants. I just think that Daniel Bryan, he hit his stride. He was, I think they did it. They did well for him that year, but I still feel that it's just. That wasn't Daniel Bryan's year, but and like I said, everything happens for a reason, And I
love Batista, but it was kind of like wrong place,
wrong time.
And I love Batista, man.
It's just they should have hit. They should have pulled this trigger when Roman was hot.
Legit telling you who they want. I'd have been, because doesn't the ref have he has the earpieces, right? Like, hey, look, audible, Roman's going over. Like, fuck it, we're doing it. Like, give the people what they want, man.
And then the crazy part about it is that when they pulled the trigger was the same time when Rock tried to, pull off his electrifying energy. He was like, look, Roman.
Look, don't y'all like him? And they're like, no. We love you, Rock, but no.
Yeah, they booed The Rock and they booed Roman Reigns. Rock, and I'm like, and I think honestly at that moment, they hurt him. They really, really, really hurt him. Because now moving forward, they were booing Roman Reigns. They wanted Roman Reigns to die. Even with the leukemia situation, it's like, like, why the fuck this nigga here? Like, he's just
that go
away heat. And then they decide, see, this is where I say wrong place at the wrong time, but it actually worked out. They decide to make him a heel during the pandemic. And but you know what? It ties into what's going on in the WWE. It ties into what Amber Moon said about the WWE. There's a lot of miscommunication that's going on in the company itself. So it's really showing, you know, that this
Yeah, like
this
the right
company
hand
is
doesn't
being
know what the left hand is doing.
Exactly, and that's what is really
Like-
pissing me off about the WWE.
I still
it's-
just can't get that in my mind. She said they took Shotzi from her because they didn't know that she was in a tag team. I'm like,
That's
how
my
does that happen?
That's my problem. How the fuck did you not know what was going on and you guys work in the same company?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make
Like, okay, you know what?
sense to
All
me.
right, cool. You're too busy because you're tunnel vision on Raw. They don't have some sort of profile. You can type her name up and then it pulls up a thing like dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Shotzi Blackheart, tag team with Ember Moon. Dee-dee-dee.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? A face. You don't have none of that?
And I'm gonna read the hey Ziggy, I need you to do me a favor.
What you got?
Get the comments because there's
all right, I got you. That's what I'm here for, man. I got
coming
you. Let's go through some of the comments. All right. Anton said, honestly, this is the best work he's ever done. Talking about Roman. He says it took them 7 years to get to this. Makes sense for him to want to leave because he's on top. Because I'm sure they have their eyes on Cody as their next guy. Is Hollywood next for Roman?
Yes, it is. Next for Roman, I think this is inevitable. It's I think Roman is just he's a wild card to me. He could be trolling. He could be this could be just like another storyline. But like I said, that's just the thing. It's like we don't know where this is going. Now pull up that comment again.
From Anton?
Yeah, pull it up again. So it took him 7 years to get to this point. And I think that's the main issue now with the Cody situation, that pretty much goes into the realm of hypocrisy, because you're supposed to be using the new upcoming stars to build up your new face of the company, but then yet you pull Cody from another company just to make him the face. So that's why I'm saying, like, I mean, where are you going with this? Then on top of that, you had all the talent in the world in NXT, but then yet you fired them because you felt some type of way with the war with AEW.
Correct.
So now where we're at right now, where we're at, I'm gonna tell you exactly where we're at. The WWE back is against the wall unnecessarily. Back against the wall.
They did this to himself.
They don't need to be, because like I'm saying, like, you're the big empire that everybody is trying to be. Everybody know that the WWE is the biggest dog in the yard right now. We all know that. But the problem is that they're a bunch of airheads for no apparent reason.
For no reason.
They're hurting themselves unnecessarily, all because Vince McMahon do not want to grow. Someone else, I think it was Derek that said this in the comments. They got too many old motherfuckers that's in positions right now, and Stephanie is just basically another Vince.
Too many old people in control. And the thing that gets me too is, and we always go back. They always say we always go back to the Attitude Era, but I'm going back to the Attitude Era for this. When Stone Cold took his ball and went home, they had Undertaker, Edge, Chris Jericho, Booker T. Like you had people. When Rock went to Hollywood in 2003, you still had Triple H, Undertaker once again. Like, you had your like top 5 trusted people. You know what I'm saying? So why can't they do that? They should have learned a lesson with John Cena.
Correct.
And it's like they're doing it all over again. So when Roman Reigns, just say, I'm not putting this like to be like, if Roman Reigns were to get injured or something, who's the next man up?
That's the part we don't know.
Drew?
And there's no.
He was up there, but they cooled him off. You should
see
have
where I'm going?
Yeah, exactly.
You see where I'm going with this?
And we like Drew, but it's like it don't make sense right now.
Right, because like, number one, you're treating him like some like.
Oh, let me reset my camera right quick. I'm listening though.
Oh, okay. They're treating him as like some suburban Braveheart. Right. You know,
get rid of the sword.
Make
him the Scottish psychopath like he was before.
I'm like, my nigga, like this is not He-Man, the Masters of the Universe. Like that whole, like once again, that animated shit that we've seen in the 80s, we don't need to see in 2022. The times have changed. A lot of fans, a lot of casual fans, a lot of, fans, period, don't want to see that animated shit. They want to see like, the AEW type of hardcore shit. And it's like I say, it intertwines with itself in the wrestling business, because the wrestling business is always constantly evolving.
Sorry,
you know what I'm saying? No, it's all good. But let me go back because some of these comments was actually
there's some good comments, y'all. I mean, we're loving this. And once again, for those that are watching, please make sure you like whatever platform you're on right now. Make sure you give some sort of reaction to this stream right now. It helps the podcast out.
Very much so. And yes, for the podcast, like just share it around because this is a very good topic.
There we go. We see it. There we go.
Yes.
Appreciate you, Derek, Richard, Kenya, Derek, Aker, and Jaquez. Appreciate y'all.
So Trey said that he was massive on Raw when Roman beat The Undertaker. Honestly, when he beat The Undertaker, it was a non-motherfucking factor. Like, no one really cared. It really didn't do anything for his career.
He tried to be edgy, like...
And it just didn't work. It just didn't work in his favor. For them, that talk was after WrestleMania 36.
Okay.
Anton said that if The Rock versus Roman does happen, maybe a retirement match. I still don't see it making sense for 50. The Rock going over. Yeah, The Rock is going. I don't. The Rock is old as shit, and what they're trying to do is that they're trying to still make Roman look strong, even though he is strong.
Even at
already.
The Rock's expense.
Like at The Rock expense, The Rock has retired.
You gonna choke The Rock out in the guillotine?
Bro, like, Roman Reigns, the torch was already passed from Brock Lesnar to Roman. Why in the fuck do you still need to bring in The Rock? The Rock is irrelevant. The Rock has already did what he needed to do back in 2002. And like, yeah, you're still bringing in The Rock for some apparent reason. Well, technically, he's the tribal chief right now. He's a tribal chief somewhere else. He's a tribal chief in Tooth Fairy, okay? Like, no one really cares. I mean,
like if they work it in somewhere where Rock says I'm the real tribal chief or some shit like that. Like, I get the story possibilities of it, but
now KPG said Gable Stevenson is up next. Okay, so let's talk
about. What are your
about
thoughts on Gabe? Yeah,
I don't know him.
Okay.
The only thing I know is that he's a man with muscles, and he's a man from the Olympics with tattoos. I'm sorry, but
he's a multi-time like NCAA champion. So he's Kurt Angle, like
Brock Lesnar type of And
he won gold, so he. But I think there's some acquisitions. You know how that always happens.
What you mean?
Like, I don't know if it's some Me Too type shit with him or something came out with Gable Stevenson.
Oh, yeah.
I might be wrong. Once again, let me know, Chad, if I'm incorrect.
I know because that story, like, came in and then it went back out. It had something to do with some sexual allegations. I think it was about his brother or him.
Something as his stock started rising, shit started coming out.
Mm-hmm. And that's all that always happens. Like, when you're on top, like, shit is going to come out about you. That's why it's very important.
When hashtag Heels for Life, like when hashtag Heels for Life makes it into the next level. Back in 2022, Christopher Dilworth cursed me out, and he told me to go fuck myself.
Yeah, and then Chris Dilworth was showing his nipples online, and I seen that happen. He actually did this in 2009 when he actually was dating me, and he said that I pissed myself, and I didn't like that. Like that.
Hey man, y'all gotta be careful these neck beards out here, bro. I'm telling you.
these neckbeards will actually they will break their necks literally to to make sure that your life is a living hell and that listen, you gonna be another Velveteen Dream, but you know that man like to play with booty holes in the dark or whatever, but that was his problem. What? Why you keep doing, Ziggy? Why you keep doing that? Why you keep doing that? Why you keep looking away from the camera? You know that motherfucker did that shit. You know he was up there playing with musty booty holes. You know that.
Y'all come get this man, bro.
Did you really bring out that black ass banshee on the back of your kid? I'm mad that you did that. How did you do that?
Remember
yeah, I remember. You know what? Never mind. Anyway, we're gonna bring some of you guys on here. I think me and Ziggy said we said enough.
VIP.
So,
you know we always clown on him, man. I can see.
So I'm gonna send the
main event Jey Uso. Okay.
No.
They had a chance.
No,
they had once again. You have that small window when Jimmy was hurt.
Window is that window.
You either gotta take the blue pill or the red pill.
Okay, so what's the blue pill?
They could have had Jey Uso. I won't say become the world champion, but they could have had him win maybe like a mid-card title or something like that to kind of separate himself from being just an Uso.
So let me ask you this: can you differentiate between the two Usos?
Yes. Yeah. Jay has the mullet, and Jimmy always wears the hats.
Okay. So I guess we can differentiate between the two Usos. Okay. All right. So now that we got that out the way, okay.
We got some people jumping in. We got Hill. We got Kenya.
Yep. So
which one? All right, we got Hill. Both of them on. Yeah, let's go. What's good, y'all? How you doing? Welcome to Hill for Life.
I'm doing good. Just got home from work.
Work on a Sunday?
Yeah.
This man's working. Shout out to you, man.
Oh my goodness.
What's good, Kenya? How you doing, big dog?
Oh my God, we got somebody from YouTube that's joining us. Okay.
Good. KPG.
Okay, let's add him. What's going on?
All right, what I'll do is I'll drop out and I'll just produce and moderate so y'all can get y'all's thoughts in. And I'll moderate chat. Yeah.
So do you want us to go in the background? Or okay, all right, never mind then. Okay, so welcome, gentlemen, to Hashtag Heals for Life. So you guys have heard what we've been talking about. So we want to kind of get some of your insight on what's going on. So let's start with, since Reese decided, you know what? Wait. I'm going to pick on somebody. KPG, you're the first, I think this is your first time live with us, right?
No, I was on Tuesday, remember?
Oh, yes. Okay, this is, Kia. Okay. So, Kia, let's pick on you. What do you think about this retirement? Go ahead.
I got multiple ways. I've been thinking about the first one was like his contract is coming up in April of next year, so he could be standing to get more money out of Vince. Saying, well, it is. Then I was like, well, it's too early for him to be doing that whole, I'm gonna say this to get more money. So then I was thinking maybe his cousin The Rock hit him up and was like, I'm only doing this for me a match if you come to Hollywood with me. So that's the two ways I think of. But WWE, I made the comment earlier. I said WWE is in the messed up place right now because Bianca, she wants to be a mom. Sasha and Roman, they're going to Hollywood. So this is the best time to build stars now because you have three of your big stars wanting to leave and do something else. Becky, she has a kid. Maybe she wants to go and be a full-time mom. Seth, he might want to be a full-time dad. So WWE is really in a messed up right now because you got three of your biggest stars wanting to leave Two of them going to Hollywood. One wants to be a mom. So this is the best time to build stars now. But I feel like Roman, like I said, it's too early for him to be saying, "Oh, I'm gonna go to Hollywood if you don't extend," because this contract is out for pretty much a year. And
Okay.
I do feel like he's going to Hollywood.
Okay. Reese, you're next. Go ahead.
Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily retirement, but this more of a, I'm slowing down kind of thing right now because Roman getting ready to turn 37 later this month. And like I said, he'd be getting ready to do this. He's been doing this like the better part of 12, 15 years, something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's all this pretty much is. Just the slowdown period. And the man's been like a 600-day champion straight. Yeah, his body's starting to feel it. And you think after being in a top position for the better part of the last 10 years, then ultimately that catches up with you. It's like, when it comes to like WWE, this is the thing, like Vince always overuses people. Like, especially when he knows they got the star power. He did it with Hogan. He did it with Austin. He did it with Rock. He did it with Cena. Doing it now with Roman. And unfortunately, that's why I think a lot of people don't want that number one spot. Because when you're the face of WWE, Vince ain't just keeping you for in the ring. He's sending you over to do shows over in New York for like talk shows there, talk shows in LA. You're like going all over the place. And ultimately, that's what's gonna eventually bite like Vince, is that you can't have that one megastar at the top of the ladder because he's the guy that you're expecting to draw in your money, but when he's not performing, then it's like, where are you going to turn next? Because you know, pretty much had Roman run through the entire roster, save Cody, that pretty much he's going to be your other alternative.
Okay. All right. Kenya, let's bring you on. All right, bro. What did you have to say?
Yeah. My take on this whole Roman thing. See, when Roman started off with the Shield back in 2012, after the big debut at Survivor Series and everything, at first, it was like, okay, him, Rollins, Ambrose, they're gonna be running rough shots all over WWE, and they're gonna be the top guys. Each one of them won the WWE title, but of course we all knew out of the group, Roman was gonna be the guy. He was gonna be the guy that was gonna just stand out, go on his own, and do his own thing. And after 2013, 2014, it was kind of like we started seeing that. We started seeing Roman be his own man. And he's winning championships. He won the Royal Rumble in 2015, and he's headlining WrestleMania. And now he's that mega star that they built him to be, because after Cena stepped down and left, they needed another guy to fill that void. So they chose Roman. And he took the ball, he ran with it, and now he's like this big mega star. But as far as his retirement and everything like that goes, honestly, this is what WWE has planned for him in the future if he does decide to stay with WWE. If he does decide to sign another deal, stay with WWE, there are two things I see them they talking about doing. One, they want to keep the belt on him for as long as possible. Like, they want him to be the guy because they want to put him in that same category as Hulk Hogan and Bruno Sammartino. They want to put Roman in that same category as them. That's why when he won both championships at WrestleMania, they said that's the plan. That's what we want to do with Roman. And second, if he does decide to stay and they put him at WrestleMania next year against The Rock, only thing that's going to happen, Roman's going to get put over. They're not going to put The Rock over. They're not going to just take the belt, because I know that's what everybody is speculating. Everybody is saying, oh, well, he beat everybody on SmackDown. He beat everybody here. And then they're going to say, well, go call The Rock. Let him come over and face Roman. If he does that, if The Rock does find some time in his schedule, because you know how busy that man gets in Hollywood. Rock, he's in Hollywood shooting movies, and you know he's so busy, and plus he's running a business. But
that part.
Yep, he's running a business. So if he does find a little bit of time in his schedule and come over and be like, okay, I'm going to fight Roman at WrestleMania, he's not going over. He's not going to win. He's not going to win against Roman. They're going to put Roman over. And like I said, they want him to be the guy. They want him to be the man in the WWE. And they're putting all this pressure on him, and he's running with it. He's going with everything that they're giving him. That's why he got his two cousins with him, the Usos. You know, that's why they in WWE right now, they putting them as the top team. You know, the top faction, the bloodline. Because when he won at WrestleMania, and I said, if Roman beats Lesnar at WrestleMania, this is how you know that they are so heavily invested in not just Roman but the bloodline. Like they are so heavily invested in him. And when he won at WrestleMania, it just showed you right there. They are so invested in him. So if he stays, that's where they're gonna put him. They're gonna start comparing him, saying he's like the next Hulk Hogan, or Bruno Sammartino, or Bob Backlund, any other WWE legend who held the championship longer than a year. They're gonna start putting him in that category. I'm telling you, they're gonna do that.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your insight. All right, Heel, you are next.
There's so many layers on this shit. I knew Roman Reigns. I think he gonna retire next year. I think it's fine match against The Rock. If this was for the title, he gonna retain it, and person gonna show up as Cody Rhodes. Now, I want to see Cody Rhodes cashing in, defeat Roman Reigns, and he's the one who retired Roman Reigns. A lot of heat. And then the other side is Roman Reigns have been breaking a lot of characters on house shows. We never see him doing it on Raw or SmackDown or after show, mostly house shows. So he been talking to the fans. You know, he was smiling and he's ready to leave. I do see him going to Hollywood. Probably see him with Dwayne Johnson, probably one of those Hobb and Shaw movies, The Fast and Furious. I see him being that part. And not only that, we could see Roman Reigns being a Hall of Fame. Probably in 2 or 3 years down the road, I could see him. And not only that, people ain't thought about this. I've been thinking about this while I was coming home from work. Once he retired, he's a free agent. That means he can go any place he want to go to. See, not too many people think about that. And my mindset, he want to hang out with his friend, John Moxley. And not only that, as Seth Rollins' contract is up, he want to join with his brothers, Moxley and Reigns. And we may see a one hell of a reunion at the AEW. And that's something that nobody ever thought about it. I know that's a far fetch. I get it. We never see Roman Reigns join the AEW. I get that. But we never thought to see CM Punk come back. We never expect to see Bryan Danielson come back. So Roman Reigns retired. He's a free agent. I can see him being part of the Moxley one more time. Or wrestle a couple of years, do like a part-time, go somewhere else, like I don't know, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Maybe join the. It's just a wild thoughts, but Roman Reigns, I think he'd be a legend. Now another big question: who next in line? WWE have fucked himself up so many times. Like, there's nobody can step up. Like, I could easily say Shinsuke Nakamura, they fucked that up. Finn Balor, they fucked that up. Drew McIntyre, he was good, but they fucked that up. Bobby Lashley, if the window doesn't close on him, it's a good strong chance. Cody Rhodes, they riding the wave right now for at least 3 years. That's part of his contract. But the most logical person to step up is the person who start off the whole bloodline from day one. That's Jey Uso, the main event, because he could tell a good story, and if you give him the shot, he could be next big thing. He could be next world champion. And why I say that, because we never see Jey Uso being a single title picture while he was in WWE career. Not once, not even a shot for the Intercontinental Championship. So you give the title to Jey Uso, to me, in my eyes, when I saw him against Reigns in the Hell in a Cell, it gave me that Bret Hart and Owen Hart vibe. And I see more of Jay being a Owen Hart. As long as Jey Uso stay out of the damn DUI shit. That's the only thing I'm hoping for. If he stay out of the DUI shit, he good.
No, I think that's Jimmy.
Okay, Jimmy.
Yeah,
so Jay's
Jimmy.
good. Okay, so Jay, he's good. Now I see someone bring up Austin Theory. Not so much. Austin Theory is good, but he's not ready. To me, he's more of a Tony Romo of WWE, because he got all the potential, but do I see him as a top guy? No. I see more Braun Breaker or Rex Steiner as the next top guy. He's more ready than Austin Theory.
Okay, well, Steve,
But
let me go, Mel. Do it.
then you got next star, Gable Stevenson. If they're grooming right, I think he's ready, but we haven't seen much of him. So right now, it just crumbs of stars who are ready, but it's all fucked up because Mr. Man just poured the bread and butter on Roman Reigns. So right now, it's very small. That's my thoughts.
All right, thank you so much, brother. All right, so let's bring on one of the hosts from the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast, Mr.
I'm eating.
Yes.
I'm
so
eating food.
So you're eating food.
My bad. But how's it going, everybody?
What's up, bud?
It's going. It's going. So what's going on?
Well, do you guys really? I mean, I'm listening to the names that are being named, and I'm like, no, they have nobody at all that can actually carry this fucking company. I even saw someone outside of this podcast right now who had the nerve to try to say the little Scottish boy, Drew McIntyre, the guy that basically, couldn't even keep us entertained during the COVID era of the Thunderdome. Oh, sorry, I had to bring in my little Scottish accent. The fact is, him and his little fucking bullshit sword named after his mother, happy Mother's Day, it's not going to basically cut down anything to stardom for his ass. So it can't be Drew. You have Seth. However, Seth has gotten so fucking stale because you just left him floating around doing nothing. So I'm like, I'm more focused on his drip more than I'm focused on him actually winning a title now. It's like
not his drip.
The drip. You know what I'm saying? Like the guy can dress. Just saying. But who else is there? I've seen people actually comically say Cody fucking Rhodes, and I'm like,
they need to stop with that.
Cody couldn't even get AEW over. And you're expecting him to get a company with a bigger audience over.
Oh wow,
really
that is so bogus. That's so disrespectful.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry. It's not true. Is it not true? We're out of the Codyverse. I actually seen posts where people were like, "Yo, is AEW better or worse since Cody left?" Cody wasn't even a fucking factor after a while. I'm sorry. So How the fuck am I supposed to expect him to be a factor just because he had a match with Seth Rollins and Seth Rollins is the one that carried his bitch ass?
Wow.
And I dare anybody to debate that and try to tell me that Seth Rollins has not carried this match anytime he's winning against Cody Rhodes now. Probably even at the house show he carried the motherfucker.
I hate to admit it, but he got a point.
He'll probably wind up carrying him tonight in that rematch.
Because if you think about it, if you saw the match at WrestleMania between Cody and Seth, it was almost like I would say about 65% of that match Seth had him.
Oh, you being gracious.
Seth had Cody, but
yeah, and that brings me to this little number. So a lot of people don't know. A lot of people are going to be spending time with their mothers. The WWE has a pay-per-view tonight called WrestleMania Backlash. Excuse me. They have WWE WrestleMania Backlash, which is only going to be about 6 matches, and it starts at 7:00 Central, 8:00 Eastern on the Cox. Excuse me, Peacock.
Hold up. Is that tonight?
No, listen. It's not a pay-per-view. It's not a premium live event. This is a glorified house show.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a house show.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have your main title not being defended. You have your main women's title not being defended.
They said only one championship is being defended.
And guess what? And guess what? Title is that? That's that punk ass bitch Charlotte's title that's only being defended.
That's the only belt on the line. That's the women's title. All the other belts ain't being defended.
So the women titles is only defended, not no Intercontinental and US none of them titles.
Nope. And Beyonce ain't been on the damn paper.
Roman is keeping his belt. RK Bro is keeping their belt. Usos is keeping their belt. Yep. Ricochet is keeping his belt, and Austin Theory is keeping his belt. And Bianca Belair is keeping her belt. So the only belt that's being defended is the SmackDown Women's title, and that's Charlotte Flair versus Ronda Rousey.
And that's a gimmick match, y'all. By the way, that's an I Quit match.
This shit gonna be dumpster fire because if Charlotte wins, the only way I can see to pull this shit off is to pull the Warrior Woman 99 trick when The Rock put the mic for when The Rock put the microphone in Mankind's mouth and they played the tape recorder and they said I quit. I can see that shit happening. I could be wrong, but that's like 95% that would happen because they saving this shit up for Hell in a Cell and SummerSlam. No, Hell in a Cell and Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. Because
tonight, Antoine.
So there is
who's playing tonight.
Somebody's playing tonight. Yeah, because I think because like let me see, Milwaukee plays Boston. I think on Tuesday.
Them. Right.
Anyway, they play them on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. So I think there's somebody else who plays tonight.
I think Philly and Miami.
Not the Knicks.
Wow, you was
not the
hater.
Lakers.
Oh my god.
The Milwaukee Boston game, that's tomorrow.
I thought that was Tuesday.
It's Monday.
Oh,
fuck Raw.
Raw. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna pay attention to Raw.
I think it's Philly and Miami tonight, and I think it's
Golden State.
Phoenix and Dallas. Golden State played last night.
Mm-hmm.
So no, not Phoenix and Dallas. Oh yeah, Phoenix and Dallas.
Yeah, Phoenix and Dallas and Miami and Philly tonight.
So yeah, the WWE is going to have some problems tonight. Honestly, they're going to really have some issues with that pay-per-view. Now,
can they attract people to the cock?
No,
they not.
Unless you're bored and you need to do something. That's the only. That's the only way.
Put Nikita Lyons on the fucking cover. Y'all attract people to the cock.
You got six matches scheduled, and you only have one championship match. Who would want to watch that?
It's a house show.
I mean, that's basically what it is.
It's a house show.
I mean, that's mainly what it is. I mean,
I got playoff games I can watch and make money off of. I'm good.
I'm gonna watch the pay-per-view just to be trash. I mean,
I got work tonight anyway.
Yeah, I mean, Now, as far as us doing, I don't know. I don't know if Ziggy's going to be busy. I think he's going to be busy with his family. I mean, I'm just gonna watch the pay-per-view, see how it is, and then I can just decide if I'm gonna do a review. More than likely, I'm gonna probably do a review. But like I say, really, I just don't know right now because when I look at the lineup is trash. I mean, it's just a house show.
A rematch fest.
It's a glorified house show.
Yeah. So
ain't nothing but rematches. Like some matches that we seen at WrestleMania, you're gonna see them again tonight.
This is the build up towards Hell in a Cell, and then next month Money in the Bank and SummerSlam. So July is going to be the jump off right for July because you got 2 big pay-per-views in 1 month, and then August be whatever. But at this moment, it's May. Hell in a Cell.
June, June is going to be a bad month for the WWE. It's going to be really, really bad because that's when.
That's why I'm just like
week after Double or Nothing.
Yeah.
3 weeks later, you got Forbidden Door.
We got Double or Nothing. We got Forbidden Door coming up.
Yeah, because if you really look at it, June and May, mainly, May and June is going to be really bad for the WWE because everybody's going to really put their attention on AEW and the Forbidden Door because that's when all the storylines is going to really be building.
Ain't Hell in a Cell in the Chicago area?
Yes,
too?
it is.
Yeah, I'm about to say that too. Like Chicago, Hell in a Cell, and AEW Forbidden Door.
I got a reason to watch Hell in a Cell now because I'm almost waiting to hear how that crowd's going to be.
CM Punk.
Yeah. I'm telling you, the WWE is going to really be taking some losses for the next 2 months. Like, nigga, you decided to go to Chicago? Because honestly, that's an enemy territory right there. Like that.
That's where ECW
you better not have no whack ass matches there because they're going to be chanting.
Wait, you know what I said? That's like ECW when they went to
Cali,
and the whole heat wave shit.
XPW. I know you're talking about.
Yeah, you're showing up in enemy territory, buddy. Don't do it.
I mean, listen. So Anton said this. This is a very interesting comment. He said that they are struggling to sell Hell in a Cell tickets, but Forbidden Door sold out in minutes.
Yep. That's this
is where the WWE really wants. This is why WWE, like the Putty Patrol and the rest of these. Hold on.
Are you paying attention, Booker?
I know you got the video. Come on.
You know your Eric Bischoffs, and like y'all laughing, but I'm serious. It's your Eric Bischoffs and your Booker T's been wanting AEW to fail because of shit like this. And when you put all this shit together, this is why a lot of people want AEW to fail. These sold out a fucking main event. They sold out a pay-per-view, and none of these matches has even been advertised, and they yet sold out in minutes. That's literally unheard of in this era. I'm sorry, Reese. Go ahead.
And plus, what's my man Alfred that y'all two be sharing from Twitter?
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah,
fuck him.
Him too.
Are you talking about Alfred?
Alfred Schultz or whatever his name is.
That has all that money but can't fix his front teeth. Yeah, I get it. I understand.
Leave Yuck Mouth for no loan.
Yeah, Yuck Mouth. I wouldn't even call Yuck Mouth. I would call that shit a fucking junkyard.
Who got a better grill, him or Mark Briscoe?
I don't look at Briscoe's mouth like that, but
because them boys are the Impact champions. But anyway,
I seen that. You were talking about some worse mouth. Look up Crazy Monkey Jun Kasashi. He's the one wrestler in death match in Japan. He wrestled for Freedom Wrestling. All his grill is fucked up.
Hockey mouth.
Yes. So right now, y'all, it is 2:07. I appreciate you guys coming on here. just make sure that you like this video, subscribe, share it around. We got a lot to talk about this tonight and all this week of wrestling. So we're gonna go around for some final thoughts. Mr. Kenya, you can go.
Hey, oh, yep.
Yeah, Kenya. Go ahead.
My final thoughts basically is, okay, when somebody brought up that WWE was struggling to sell Hell in a Cell tickets and everything, do you know what WWE is doing with their ticket prices now?
What, killing the talent? Just
they trying to sell, like, you could get like 2 tickets for, like, you can get 2 for 1 tickets now.
What?
Oh, buy one get one free.
That's what because like when they got a pay-per-view coming up and they struggling this bad to sell tickets,
you know what?
They just go, you can go on their website and look at their ticket menu, like for shows and stuff, and it's like, well, now we selling 2 for 1 sales. We got 2 for 1 sale tickets.
We ain't doing this.
So they're copying. You know what? Okay.
We ain't doing this. No, we ain't doing this.
Roman Reigns. Wait, what? Oh no!
I'm just like, I'm mad because, like, bro, like you have this is why I tell people, like, you can have Cody and you can have Roman, but yet you still struggling with, you know what? Okay, all right. It kind of goes back to what Jaquez said. Like, you know, Cody couldn't even put over AEW by himself.
I don't.
And yet you can't even put over a pay-per-view. And this is not, I'm sorry everybody, this is not WWE versus AEW, but I just find it very funny that you go on a podcast and you run your mouth about how I did this for AEW, I did that for AEW, but then yet you're in the WWE, you're in the biggest company in the world, and yet even with your punk ass so-called star power, you can't even fucking sell tickets. So what makes you think that they're gonna have you be this main guy, and yet you know what? Okay, go, can you keep going? Keep going.
That's pretty much it. Go ahead.
Okay, Rocky Reeves, go ahead. You're next.
Damn. All right. First, y'all, the mamas out there, happy Mother's Day.
All the mamas.
Yeah.
High value women.
WrestleMania Backlash. Yeah. Can we call this back trash today? Because
I just call it Backlash. I don't call it WrestleMania Backlash.
Badass.
Yeah.
Just
Backlash.
trash.
That's
it.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
ass.
because that's basically what this pay-per-view is fixing to be. But as far as like WWE's future's going, and stop trying to fast track every new star, because apparently you forgot that you have to build them from the ground up to establish who they are with people who've never seen them before. Because that's what got Austin over. That's what got Rock over. Taker, Triple H, Brett, Shawn, anybody you want to name. They right now, and even though AEW is kind of a little guilty of it too at times, but at least they know, all right, if we moving somebody too fast, all right, pull back a little bit. Let them connect a little more organically with the crowd before you start pushing them. It's either you put all your eggs in the basket, and then once you find out them eggs still roll, y'all ain't got nothing to do, and then you repeat. It's wash, rinse, repeat all over again.
Exactly. Heel, go ahead.
I want to say happy Mother's Day to everybody. Support great wrestling. Pro Wrestling Nova, New Japan Pro Wrestling, MLW, Impact Wrestling, and yes, DDT Pro Wrestling. And I'm going to struggle to watch that damn Weeaboo Backlash, because fuck it. I'm going to watch that damn HBO Max, the fucking the winning time Laker Dynasty show on HBO Max. but yeah.
Terrible.
But once Roman leave, WWE gonna struggle like a motherfucker, and it's gonna be shit fast for 2023. But anyway, go Impact Wrestling. I'm done.
Yeah.
KPG, go ahead.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Shout out to my girl Jade Cargill, killing in AEW. All the reason why I watch AEW is because Jade
I love
Cargill.
all y'all. I love y'all. Y'all are amazing.
So, shout out to Jade. Yeah, WWE's gonna go to shit in 2023 when Roman leaves. Shout out to Top Steel. Shout out to all my black women, black men killing in the business right now. Whether you're a wrestler, podcaster, any black person killing it right now, salute. Black Power, Black Lives Matter. I'm not watching Backlash. Probably just gonna watch the playoffs. Go Mavs, go Cowboys. So, yeah, that's all I gotta say.
All right, everyone. So I will probably be back later on tonight. All of us probably might be back. If not, then I will probably see you guys next week, Saturday. Until that time, remember to subscribe. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, Thursday. Thursday.
What happened to my final thoughts?
You. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So,
I am so sorry.
First off, I just want to say I love it here. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't get the same impact or, Jay Cargill love on my show, from Mr. Guy in the middle over here. But it's okay. I love it here, guys. Thank you for giving Impact their love. You know what I'm saying? Once again, let's shout out Impact Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Say it one more time for this guy to sit up there and get upset again. Impact Wrestling.
Welcome back,
Jay Cargill. Anyway,
How you
shout
feel?
out to all. That's how I feel. Shout out to all the, the mothers, the high, and shout out, RIP to Kevin Samuel. So shout out to all the high value mothers out there that are taking care of their children. You know what I'm saying? The rest of y'all, you can wait till next year. Shout out to, the single fathers who are basically holding it down for both roles. You know what I'm saying? This is for you too as well. As far as all the jokes aside, Leukemia Man, Roman Reigns. When it comes time for him to retire, at the end of the day, WWE, you using a line from Arrow, you have failed this universe. There is no one that can actually come after Roman and hold it down, no matter how you try to force them down. Pause. Our
Gable Stevenson, let me go medal. I don't care what y'all say. Gable Stevenson.
Listen, Gabe Stevenson's gonna have to worry about his fucking sexual allegations that he has.
That's his brother. That's not him. That's his brother.
His name is called up there, unfortunately. But
I thought that was his brother. Yeah, I thought that was his brother.
They try to say it's him too, so who knows? I don't know. All I know is I don't think he's going to be ready. I don't think Braun Baker's ready. I don't think that little baby Uso is ready. I feel like once Roman, you guys have basically possibly up to a year to get it together. Because by WrestleMania, we don't know what's going to happen. If the end game is The Rock, then great. Here's the problem, though. You guys have to basically make sure that you're booking The Rock at the end of this. I don't care how many little Easter eggs you want to promote on his little show called Growing Up Rock.
Acknowledge me.
Acknowledge me. No, bro, nigga, I'm not acknowledging you for shit. All right.
Sorry, that shit was trash.
You're gonna sit there and drop all these little Easter eggs, and at the end of the day, if The Rock does not show up at the next WrestleMania, all of this would have been a failure. So, get ready. You have a year. You're on the clock right now. The whole thing about not worrying about AEW or basically whatever the case you want to say and all this shit of what you're doing, they're trying to bring in Cody Rhodes to hold the mantle when the motherfucker couldn't even, hold his own company that he just fucking left. It's not going to work no matter what. You failed NXT. You turned into the fucking Double Dare. I'm sorry. You guys failed your universe. Okay? And that's just that. Good luck. I wish well for you, but I don't see you guys prevailing. It's kind of like, no, I'm not going to do that. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. I'll be nice.
Okay. All right. So everybody, we'll see you guys either tonight or Thursday. Good night, everybody, and thank you for all of our guests and viewers. Bye.
Laters.